What would you do if a man started following you, knew things about you he shouldn't, and then vanished, only to reappear years later in a shocking news story? This happened to me in 2008, and it still chills me. In 2008, I was 16, living in a small town. There was this guy, mid-30s, scruffy beard, worn jacket, who looked like a drifter. At first, I didn't think much of it, but then I started seeing him everywhere. Outside the shop, by the school gates, trailing just behind me on my way home. Always close enough to make me uncomfortable, but never enough to be sure. One day, as I walked into town, he fell into step beside me and said, "All right, Ryan?" I froze. I'd never told him my name. He knew exactly where I lived when I got home from school and even where my mom worked. I told him I had to go and sped up. He just smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'll catch you another time." A few nights later, after football practice, I was walking home in the dark when I heard his voice behind me. "Good night for a walk." He was standing under a streetlight, grinning. Then he said, "Your bedroom's the one at the back of the house, isn't it?" I didn't answer, just walked faster. After that, I changed my routes, avoided being out alone, and eventually stopped seeing him. But every time I walked home alone, I half expected to hear his voice again. Years later, I was reading the local paper when I saw his face in a mugshot. He'd been arrested for assaulting an elderly woman in her home. The photo was exactly how I remembered him. Scruffy beard, cold eyes, and that grin. It was then I realized trusting your instincts could save your life. I dodged a bullet, but not everyone does. So always listen to that gut feeling. It might just be your warning sign.